Right, thanks to the good folk at Nidaka, we're headed for Orewa to the 2018 Rodders Beach Festival, hosted by car club Hibiscus Rodders.
It all started by some of our club members saying Orewa would be a great place to hold like a smaller beach hop version of an event, and we thought it was had a bit of the Miami feel about it, and here we are 9 years later.
What hasn't changed since its inception back in 2010 is the festival's community focus. Previous years have netted in excess of $140,000 for a very worthy local cause, and in turn the event is eagerly supported by the Orewa Township.
It's a family event, lots of people can have fun, and it's all for a great cause. It's for the Westpac Rescue helicopter. We've had lots of people coming in and helping us today, all our club members and outside influencers of clubs, which is fantastic because the event is just growing every year. In fact, it's getting massive, as you can see.
With hot rods, muscle cars and street machines streaming into Orewa from Friday, the early birds are catered for with a meet and greet followed by a drive-in movie. Things ramp up in a big way on Saturday, however. Gates open early to the Orewa Reserve, where entrants and the hordes of show-going public are treated to live music, vintage fashion, drag car fire-ups and a prize giving before the Protect a Thunder Cruise winds its way to the Puhoi pub. Sunday sees the show pack into the boulevard, the driving this time in the form of midday's Grand Parade. The turnout is clearly huge and the quality's right up there too, like Dean Blakesley's tough El Camino.
65 El Camino. Started off a few years ago when I bought it on Trade sight unseen, it turned up and it was alright, had good bones, But there's a bit of a swimming pool inside and stuff like that, and really I was just going to put it back on Trade and flick it off again, because it wasn't really what I wanted, But I took it down to the drags and had a shot of that, couldn't get any traction anywhere, it was a bit of a bad day really. Went alright though, but zoomed off the old trailer, forgot about the handbrake, and flying through the shed straight into my son's car and knocked that off the stands, wrecked the back of the El Camino, and that's where it all started,
Seems it was time to get the Chev straightened up, and there's no better way to test the skills of your body man than coating it in gloss black, whether he likes it or not.
It did piss him off a little bit because we were going to go mandarin orange, and then I decided to go black, and it's like, oh whoa, that's a lot more prep, eh? Australian 427, it's out to about a 468, running about 10.5 to 1 compression, and 850 double pumper on top of that, and it's pretty strong, The 65, the thing I like about them is the back guards on them, they run straight across the wheel, so you can tuck your wheels right under there and it gives it a hell of a mean stance, and obviously the motor's just insane. I'll take it to the drags, I'm going to take it to the Father's Day drags this year, I'll put some Hoosiers on the back and try and get some traction, and hopefully we'll get into the 12s or 11s or something like that, it'll be cool,
Pretty in pink and downright rare to boot, Kathy Williamson's Plymouth Cuda.
What we've got here is a 340 AAR Cuda, bought out for the Trans Am series in 1970. It was a limited production, only a few of them were made, about 2,700 all up. In this colour here, the Moulin Rouge, they produced 36. Only one in New Zealand that I know of in this colour, yes, definitely. It's a dream car. It started off with a little model that I bought from a friend, and I said to him, oh my God, that is such a cool car. I said, I'm going to own that one day, and he laughed at me. He said, yeah, right. He says, do you realise how rare they are? And yep, and so obviously I just said to him the other day, it's careful what you wish for, because here it is. We bought it in April. It had been fully restored in 2002, so I didn't have to do a lot to it. I've still got the polyglass tyres on it. I have ordered some more tyres from the States to come over, but they've gone walkabout. But yeah, so not a lot of miles done in it. I'm taking it to shows really only at this stage, because I want to take those tyres off obviously and keep them for show tyres.
A member of the American Muscle Car Club of New Zealand, the 340 6-pack Cuda may be the rarest car in Kathy's garage, but she's no stranger to muscle cars.
Yeah, I've got a 1970 Mustang as well, which I bought probably about 9 years ago. It was my first classic car. Love it to bits, still got it, wouldn't part with it. But yeah, this one's pretty special. You get heads turning no matter where you go, either it's the sound or the look. Yeah, people just, are drawn to it.
Okay, thanks to Need a Car, we're back at the 2018 Rodders Beach Festival in Orewa. A big weekend with plenty of community spirit on show, and all proceeds going the way of Auckland's Rescue Helicopter Trust.
Obviously, we can't do the event without sponsorship, but the great thing is our councils come on board and they've helped and seen what we can do. So I think all in all, it's just a whole fantastic community effort from everybody. And I think the bigger we've got, more people are realising that we are here to stay. It's good for Orewa. I think $1.2 million was spent in the community last year on our weekends, so that was pretty awesome. So yeah, I think it's good for everybody.
It's a 1962 Buick Invicta. My wife actually bought for me without me knowing. Pulled the nail head out and put a 454 in it and a 4-stage auto. And it's just a good family cruiser that gets used every weekend, if not during the week as well. The paint job and everything was done when we got it, so we put the wheels on it. Mowed it probably just 6 months to do the conversion. We've rung the shop in the States, so we know it exists, and yeah, paint work was on it from the previous owner. Get the underside and everything to be sharp and good, and then the outside looking rough and ready, just like that look. The outside's never going to get any prettier.
The festival's main goal was a simple one, a fun, car-centric weekend in Orewa. But for the more elite builds, there was a judged element too. Top honours went to a car that needs little introduction in New Zealand show circles, Ian Neary's Eruption, a 68 Plymouth GTX. While second spot went to Sean Williams' very fresh 33 Roadster, the brand new car, the result of a meticulous 15-year build.
It was good, it was lengthy. I didn't think it would take as long as what it did, but I'd probably have to thank my partner for that, because she wanted something a little bit different with it than just a normal 33, 34 Roadster. She did like the look of them, but just thought we could do something a little bit different. So she went about looking online and found a Roadster that she liked, which was Tom Gale's 33. And she just said to me, yeah, something like that would be pretty cool. So we just set about, that's what we'll do. We'll build that. She likes that, that's what we'll build.
33s are popular for good reason, and it takes a brave build team if a radical but tasteful redesign is on the cards.
The grille, for instance, yeah. And then you've got the curved screen. You've got the interior where all the seats are moulded actually into the body, so they actually sit inside the body. You've got lengthened doors. You've got a section body that sits over the rails. Yeah, you've got lengthened, custom-made bonnet, custom-made sides. Yeah, you've got everything's just been handmade. Everything. It's a 427 Chev, carbureted with a Tremac 5-speed and a custom-made independent rear end by John Reed. It's a little bit different compared to what's going on. Like, everyone is going a little bit more traditional, and that's entirely up to them, and that's hot rodding, isn't it? Like, everyone has their own interpretation and own take on how they want a car done or how they want a car to look. I wanted that many years ago to be like a custom, one-off, high-end looking Roadster, So, and I think we've achieved it.